Hello, my name is Ali, and I'll be doing a 20-minute muscular endurance bodyweight exercise. All you need is a small space in your room or your living room or something like that. And yeah, it's pretty simple. I'm going to be doing 6 workouts, 3 sets of those 6 workouts, and there'll be about 5 minutes on with a minute break in between each set. And before, we'll start off with the warm up, and at the end we'll do some static stretching to finish it off. And before we start anything, let's check our pulse. We're going to check our heart rate. So you want to put your 2 fingers here. You could also put them here, but I prefer to do it here. So let's check. We're going to count for 15 seconds and then multiply that by 4, and then that'll give you your heart rate per minute. So let's begin. All right, 15 seconds. 15 beats times 4, 60 beats per minute. So that is my heart rate before we begin. And now we'll get into the workout. First, we're going to start off with the warm-up. Going to do some jumping jacks, maybe some high knees, just to get our heart rate up before we begin our workout. So let's begin. Start off with some arm circles. You want to go forward arm circles, about 10 to 15 seconds. From there, you could bring them backwards. These are now backward arm circles. Then you could even go mini arm circles, backwards. From there, swing your arms side to side. Now, do about 30 seconds to a minute of jumping jacks. Let's begin. All right. Once you finish your warm up, you could already tell that your heart rate is increasing. You can feel it. And then, yeah, so now we're going to get into the workout. We'll start off with the first set, and we're going to be doing push-ups, burpees, lunges, body squats, and then we'll incorporate some core workouts. We'll do crunches and Russian twists. So before we start the first set, let me explain how to do each workout. To begin, start off with push-ups. You want to bring your body to a perfect position. You don't want to be too low or too high. You want to just right there. Should be squeezing your core, and then you just go down and up. That's how you do a push-up. A burpee, it's like a push-up and a squat into one. You want to jump down, push up, jump, and then jump. It's a burpee. Squat, pretty simple. You just put your arms forward and go low like you're sitting down. Then a lunge is like this. Switch legs. Now you want your knee and your foot at a 90-degree angle. And then we get to the core workouts. A crunch. You want to get your feet up, body like this, and then touch here and out like that. And a Russian twist, same thing, legs about 6 inches up, and you want to touch side to side. Yeah, so now let's begin. We're gonna do about 20 reps of each workout, and then that'll be the first set, and then we'll take a minute off. Let's begin. Start off with some push-ups. Let's get right into it. Right into the burpees. Now from there, we get into the lower body. We'll do some squats. Next, lunges. Do about 10 each leg. And then now we'll get into the core. Gotta keep your balance. And then now Russian twists. And that's the first set. So now let's take about a minute and a half break. Then we'll jump to the second set. You should feel your heart rate rapidly increasing. Should be shortage of breath. You know, get tired after a workout. It's normal. So now you just give about a minute. Get your breathing right. Then we'll jump into the next set. You want to go deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. And we could jump into the next set. Give it about 10 more seconds. Let's get into it. You want to push yourself harder each set. So same thing we did last set, just maybe finish a little faster than the last one. Start push-ups first. From here, we'll get into the burpees. Now to get into the lower body, let's do some squats. From there, we'll do lunges. Other leg. Now into the core. From there, Russian twists. Now take about a minute rest. If you need, go get some water. But if not, if you're good, then just take that breath. Catch up with your breath. And you should be good. Myself, I need water. There's never nothing wrong with drinking some water in between your breaks. Some people, they think you shouldn't drink water while you're working out, but I think it's good to catch up with your breath. So if you need water, drink some water. And you want to take deep breaths. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And we could jump right into the next set. Give it about 20 more seconds and then jump right into it. You want to push yourself the hardest for this set because it's the last set, so this is when you give it your all. Let's go. Let's jump right into it. Start off with push-ups. Next, you want to do burpees. From there, we'll get into the squats. Next, lunges. Switch legs. And then from there, finish off with the core. Start off with the crunches. And finish off with the Russian twists. And that was the last set. So now take about a 1.5 minute break. Then we'll finish off with some static stretching. And we're all done with this. You want to take deep breaths. Expand your lungs. If you need water, get some water. Once you catch your breath, you now stand up, and we could do some simple static stretches that are very beneficial for you after a workout. Start off with some basic touch your toes. You want to hold it for about 30 seconds, or not, like 15. Yeah, like 15 seconds. Once you do that, could widen the legs, drop down to the right, touch your toe. You should really feel it right here, your hamstring area. Then get up, down to the left. Same thing, mainly targeting right here. After those lunges and those body squats, your legs are definitely a little sore. So doing these stretches after are very beneficial. Now, you want to drop down to the middle, but reach as far backwards as you could. Let's begin. Now, get up. You could do arm cross. Get the right arm like this, hold it. You want to hold it for about 20 seconds, 20 to 30. Cross. Then this stretch is a little uncomfortable, but it's very beneficial for you. You want to go arm across behind your head, and you want to hold that right here. Kind of want it like this. Then switch. Now you could grab your left foot with your right hand, reach up. You want to get your balance. You reach up to the sky. You want to hold it. You want to switch. Grab right foot with your left hand. And reach up. And to finish off, that's about it. After that, you're all done with this muscular endurance bodyweight exercise. And to finish off, you want to check your heart rate. In the beginning, mine was 60 beats per minute. Now let's check after finishing the workout, doing some static stretching. Let's begin. All right, 20 beats, multiply that by 4, 80 beats per minute. So your heart rate did increase, but after the static stretching, it slowly goes back to normal. If we checked it right after we finished that third set, it probably would have been about 100 beats per minute. But now that we did those static stretches, your heart rate is going back to normal and your breaths are also back to normal. Thank you for watching, and that's all.